Okay, granted, this is probably going to be one of my little longer videos, so bear with me. But I just cannot help but the hype is just kind of killing me, and it's like more annoying than anything else. But the thing is, I love both DC and I love Marvel. I love both comic book companies, and I do like both characters. I don't love both characters, but I do like both characters. But a lot of people are debating who's going to win, Captain Marvel or Captain Marvel. If you don't know, Shazam is actually called Captain Marvel in the comics. But of course, they changed it for reasons, because one character is called, well, the same name. But the thing is, if you've been paying attention in the comic book world, that Captain Marvel Shazam was actually created way first. And then Captain Marvel that we know in the Marvel Universe was created a little bit way later. And here's another fun fact. For years, at least a decade, Shazam was actually at one point the most popular comic book character ever. He was more popular than Batman and more popular than Superman. Yes, there was a time where this character was way more popular than both characters, but as the years went on, obviously Superman and Batman became the more prominent, the more popular heroes. So yes, times has changed, but of course there was a time where the Shadow was way more popular than Batman. If you don't know who the Shadow is, you can Google it, or I'll leave a link in the description below, or I can talk about it in another video. Who knows? But yeah, there was a point in the time where Captain Marvel was way more popular than both characters. But of course, times has changed. So here's the big debate everyone's saying. What's going to be more successful, Captain Marvel or Shazam? So obviously they changed Shazam's title because they can't have the same name to another comic book character for movie reasons. But also, both DC and Marvel have been doing this for years, where they do have a lot of characters that have a lot of similarities, like Aquaman and Namor, Deathstroke versus Deadpool, and so on and so forth. The Winter Soldier and Red Hood. So they do have a lot of characters that have similarities. So, but in this case, there are not more characters that have more in common with each other, ironically, than Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel, because they literally have the same name. But, so, let's get right down to it. What's going to be the more successful comic book movie? Well, if you haven't seen the trailer for either, I can go ahead and show that in a minute. But I'll give you my reasons right now. That I have a feeling that Shazam is going to be the more popular comic book movie, and I can give my reasons why. Because it does genuinely seem like a more comedic movie. And I'll give you the reasons why I think Captain Marvel's... It's not going to flop, the female one. The Marvel one, actually. To be more politically correct. I'll give you my reasons why I don't think it's going to do as well as Shazam. But I also think that it's not going to flop also. So...
I'd like to purchase some of your finest beer, please.
I love that grin on his face. This actor's really acting like a kid. That's what makes it great.
Shazam.
A lair.
Yes. If you have a location like on a cliff, like a castle-esque type thing,
Overlooking some water.
splashing on rocks and stuff, then we will take that.
Experience it in IMAX.
Okay, so obviously I feel that Shazam is going to be the more comedic of one. Also, this actor is really acting like a kid. I think he's really enjoying himself. And I think, in my personal opinion, kids are going to relate more to this character. It doesn't really matter if you're male or female, in my opinion, because, you know, he's a kid that grew up into an adult and had these superpowers. Well, I guess in a way it will relate more to young boys. But, so, yeah, this is going to appeal more to kids, in my opinion, because it's that fantasy of a kid getting these great superpowers and being this superhero, Superman type character. And that's just my opinion on that. So now let's get to Captain Marvel.
So, Skrulls are the bad guys.
That's awesome.
And you're a Kree, a race of noble warriors.
Heroes. Noble warrior heroes.
Is that Thor's world.
Your life began the day it nearly ended. We found you with no memory. We made you one of us. So you could live longer, stronger, superior. You were reborn.
I
Feels
keep
like Keira
having
Knightley in a way.
these
At that angle.
memories.
Unless
Something
Keira
in
Knightley's
my
in the movie, I don't
past is the key to all of this.
You know how to fly this thing?
We'll see.
That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Would you like to know what you really are?
I think I had a life here. What aren't you telling me?
You've come a long way, but you're not as strong as you think.
This war is just the beginning.
I'm not gonna fight your war. I'm gonna end it.
Like the Dragon Ball Z type of event.
Aren't you the cutest little thing? Aren't you cute? And what's your name, huh?
Curious?
I'll be back.
I heard a lot about that cat. And so, there goes to where I was thinking. Well, like I said, I have a feeling that Shazam is going to be the more successful movie out of these two. But I'm not saying Captain Marvel is going to flop either. I think it's going to do relatively well. Although I think people are going to have a blast with the Super Saiyan-ish type look that Captain Marvel has. I'm not saying in a good way or bad way. It's just, I know people are going to talk about that. And I definitely know, if you haven't read the comics, people are going to talk about this damn cat for a while. So after this movie comes out, be prepared to hear about this cat. Just saying. This cat has a lot of a big funny story to him. From what I'm gathering, I think they kind of changed her origin a little bit. From what I remember, Carol in the comic is actually a human who actually gets possessed by the power of Captain Marvel, the original Captain Marvel. That's what I remember. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So I do think that the Captain Marvel movie, this movie, is going to be more action-packed and have more of a serious tone. I do, in a way, kind of like where the character is going. But here's my problem is, the actress behind the character is gotten more politically motivated with her feminism thing. Now, I have nothing against feminism. I think women are fantastic. Women deserve a little more praise, a little more respect than what they've been getting. But with her point of view as an actress, I think it's going to kind of affect the movie a little bit and kind of turn people away, which is sad because if she had just not said anything and people went to go see the movie, they would have probably appreciate the movie a little more. So the people not going to see the movie may be more on her fault, but I'm not saying people are just going to stop seeing the movie altogether. I'm pretty sure people are going to see the movie. But as far as the narrative goes between both Shazam and Captain Marvel, Shazam seems to be in the more lighthearted tone of the movie, while Captain Marvel, ironically, seems to be the more serious tone, which is weird. If you know anything about Marvel or DC, is that for a while, DC was the more serious tone comic book company, while Marvel had more of a lighter tone in a way. So it is kind of weird to see that somehow flipped on its spectrum when it comes to these movies. So that's just my opinion. I think Shazam's going to be the little more successful movie, but I'm not saying Captain Marvel's going to flop, because it's definitely not going to flop. It definitely seems more action-packed, more serious tone. But based on what the actress has said, I definitely see people turning away from it because of her personal political reasons, and that's just why. Also, between both movies, being honest, I just generally feel that younger people are going to go more towards Captain Marvel. I mean, Shazam. That's my opinion. So, yeah, both movies are not going to flop. They're both going to do extremely well, but one's going to be better and one's going to be, a little bit under the bus. So, anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.